So the BET Awards were last night. Well, they actually weren't last night. They were aired last night. I think they took place on Saturday or last Friday, but that's neither here nor there. BET Hip Hop Awards, let me clarify, annual awards celebrating the hip hop and rap community. I think that's really dope. I've tried to tune in just about every year, but I haven't been successful because most of the times I forget. But this year, I decided, hey man, let's check it out. Let's see what's happening with it. And I was not disappointed. I feel like BET did a phenomenal job producing the show. I found out via Twitter later on that Travis Scott actually won Hip Hop Album of the Year. They did not air that portion of the awards. All in all, the show was great. You had Meg Thee Stallion opening, one of the hottest new artists out right now. So who better to open, and who better to open with her than an equally on fire artist, the baby from the Foe, Charlotte, North Carolina, as y'all know. And they put on and they did well. And Lil Duval was hosting. Lil Duval is a really good host because he's funny and charismatic, and he's not afraid of the spotlight. He told some jokes, but it wasn't enough. His presence, I felt like, could have, or maybe it was enough, but it kind of felt like they just were going to him for quick bites. And maybe they were trying to say, hey, we're not going to make this the Lil Duval show. We're going to make this the Hip Hop Awards featuring Lil Duval. So I really thought his role was pretty dope. He referenced to the City Boys and made reference to Hot Girl Summer and City Girls, and basically was keeping score of who was up at the time based on what had transpired in the news or what someone did on stage. So that was pretty cool. Duval is just a really great comedian. A lot of great performances. Of course, I mentioned the baby. He was able to perform his intro song from his new album, Kirk. Went from that into Babysitter featuring Offset. And I actually saw someone complaining on Twitter, or my wife pointed out that, why is the baby getting all this airtime? And I was like, he's on all these songs. What is he supposed to do? He's there. He's on the song. Why wouldn't the baby come out and perform his portion of the song? I thought it was great. I just want to get into a few of my notes. I do have notes. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect. I do read from the teleprompter. The teleprompter today will be this phone. So right after, Lil Duval's performance and everything, they went into the first cypher, the freestyle cypher. And it was really dope. It was featuring Cash Doll, Iman Shumpert, kid from PG County, Maryland. Shout out to the whole DMV. Shout out to Maryland. Y'all know I got ties to be more. So if you don't know, now you know. IDK, I think his name was, and another kid, Travis Thompson. Travis Thompson was super dope. His flow was cool. I never had heard of him. He's out in Seattle, Washington area. Of course, Cash Doll put on. Iman went crazy. It was just quite the show. Anderson .Paak, YBN Cordae, they killed it. YBN Cordae has a song on this album. I forget. It's like a acronym. I'm not sure what it stands for, but J. Cole actually produced the track, and it's just such a dope hip hop track. And then for them to perform it, I felt like it was really bringing back the essence of hip hop and how it originated. Then you had, I don't really know how to pronounce her name, but I think it's Saweetie. She comes out, does her hit song, My Type. Super dope mashup with P.D. Pablo. Obviously, My Type samples Freak a Leak by P.D. Pablo. For those of you who don't know, do your homework. Now you know. But she comes out and she's performing that, and then here comes Little John, and here comes P.D. Pablo on stage, and they're now performing a mashup of My Type and Freak a Leak. So that was super dope. Pardon me. Lil Nas X, Billy Ray Cyrus, they win for collab duo of the year. And again, there weren't enough awards given out or enough people celebrated for their contributions to the hip hop community, but talk about that at another time, I guess. DaBaby winning Best New Artist. I mean that's probably, even though the competition was pretty stiff, it was a lot of contenders, but I just don't think anybody's had the impact that he has over the last several months. From the top of the year to now, the guy's just been on fire, man. Sometimes when someone comes along, a great artist, a great athlete, a great team, whatever it may be, you just get this feeling that this person is special. And I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. They got that it factor. DaBaby has that it factor where it's undeniable. You know, it's indisputable. He just is just a phenomenal artist. So shout out to DaBaby. Shout out to the QC. You know what I mean? The folk. Rhapsody, another. Listen, P.D. Pablo, DaBaby, Rhapsody, Carolina shit. We winning. We winning over here. What's your state doing? What? I mean, my state winning. You see Cole in the back. You see Cole sitting on the roof in the back. North Carolina winning. That's all I'm trying to say. So Rhapsody comes out. She performs her intro song. I can't think of the name. I don't think it's Nina. Dope performance. She actually kicks a new verse at the end of the song, shouting out pretty much everybody that was in the building. You know, even taking a little light jab at JD for his whole stripper rap comments. So shout out to Rhapsody, man. Snow Hill's finest, North Carolina's finest. Carolina putting on. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to. That's the whole point of the video. Last thing I want to mention before I get into the segment of the show that I did not enjoy and I did not like. Lil' Kim, she had a tribute. She won the Icon Award, I believe it's called. And you know, it was just great to see because Lil' Kim is legendary. Don't think that, or don't take it lightly that these people were influenced by Lil' Kim. To say that they weren't is not true. You know, even if you weren't directly influenced by her, you were influenced by her through another person who was influenced by her. Now we're gonna get into the portion of the show in which I hope never returns. That is them deciding to inject, I don't know, maybe 20 to 25 minutes of battle rap. I am not a fan of battle rap. When I was growing up, or should I say, in my teenage years, I found it very entertaining. We didn't have access to the internet the way that we do now. We still were dependent upon outside sources such as CDs, DVDs, MP3 players, USBs, those types of things to watch something on television or on our laptops and computers. So they created a website, or really a DVD. It's called Smack DVD. Go look it up. Probably the first piece of media that really brought attention to battle rap, underground battle rap. It really put it to the forefront of MCs rhyming. Please excuse the hollering child in the background. I apologize. As I've said before, I have young children. Smack DVD's out, and then there's another, I think MTV2 used to air this show called Fight Club, and they would battle rap on that show as well. Females, males, New York, Jersey, Carolina. There's people from all over the place rapping. I say all that to say, in theory, it is an excellent way of showcasing one's skill and entertaining as well. However, I guess my biggest qualm with it is, for me, I just feel like it's a dated exercise. It's a dated exhibition, if you will, because you got these guys, and both of them are super tough guys. They're street guys. That's That's like the criteria. You gotta be a street guy to do this. You can't just be a nice MC. You can't just be, somebody who can spit. Nah, you gotta be hard, rugged, and from the street. And for some reason, there's always somebody from New York City. The bars and the rhymes are mostly surmised of all of the different ways that you will kill me with a handgun, a machine gun, an automatic weapon, maybe even a shotgun. Maybe you'll turn the gun around and beat me with the butt of the gun. This occurs in just about every rap battle I've ever heard. People find the rap battles to be clever, funny, witty, catchy. They stay for the punch lines, that's what everybody wants to hear. The ooh, the ahs, and that's cool. I just feel like in 2019, we're a little bit, it's just I don't know, it just feels like we're still getting hype over the same lines. These guys are on stage literally talking about blowing the brains of one guy onto the next guy. And I'm like, whoa, like, I mean, I was really taken back because I was like, well, this is national television. I mean, it's cable television, but I mean, BET let this fly. And, it was, what was the craziest part about one of the contestants was when he was referring to shooting one guy, the very next line was, I want to do all this to bring Nipsey back. Somebody want to tell him how Nipsey died? Anyway, I don't really know how to articulate it very well, but it goes a little something like this. Yo, I got the hammer, make it go blam blammer. I shoot you in your mama while y'all still in y'all pajamas. Like something like that. That's terrible, but imagine that 20 times. They had 3 rounds of this thing, and by the 3rd round, I had to mute it. I'm not here for just the praise and the celebration of such lyrics. I listen to explicit lyrics all the time. I recite explicit lyrics from time to time. I understand the impact that they may have on myself and on others. And so I'm not trying to be hypocritical. For me, if you're gonna do that, you gotta come up with a more clever way of being insulting or, basically displaying that you're the better MC. Would you really do that though, in real life? Would you really shoot me out of my pajamas with my mama? Like, would you really do that while I'm riding a llama? At the end of the battle, they're dapping each other up, they're laughing. I'm like, so what is it? Like, they're the hardest people in the world when they're rapping, but at the end, they're best friends. I don't understand it, man. I mean, I'm older now, but I don't consider myself to be old. The biggest takeaway from that for me, even more so than my personal annoyance and just my disdain for it, was the fact that this is on BET. And as a people, man, I apologize. As a people, we have to want better for ourselves. We have to desire to rise above what we've been taught, all the things that are typical about our community or that are stereotypical. I don't even understand how that got past, the president, how that got past whomever is in charge of the creative direction of the show. That's all I got, man. This video is running long. I appreciate each and every one of you who comment, who like, who subscribe. Continue to do that. Continue to share this. What are y'all thoughts on the show? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Let me know down below. Make sure you hit subscribe, like. You can hit the bell if you want to. You don't gotta hit the bell because as soon as you get on YouTube, you're subscribed to a person. Right in the center of the app, there's an icon where the subscriptions are. There'll be a red little dot. And that's basically letting you know, hey, one of your channels has uploaded new content, or more than one. So do hit like, do subscribe, do comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about the BET Hip Hop Awards. Follow me on the socials. You know the vibes. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. More so Twitter and Instagram. But it's the Will McCoy.